Tonight at 11 with a potential face-off that's sure to make headlines, and that's exactly what they want. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has agreed to debate Governor Gavin Newsom.
And this is just the latest in the war of words between the two governors who have been putting themselves in the national spotlight. It all started earlier this year after Florida admitted it hired contractors to fly two groups of migrants from Texas to Sacramento. Newsom then challenged DeSantis to a debate on a number of issues. It was one in a series of challenges to governors of some Republican states. Now, at the time, DeSantis called on Governor Newsom to join him in running for the White House. And today on Fox News, DeSantis agreed to that debate, saying, quote, "Absolutely, I'm game. Let's get it done. Just tell me when and where. We'll do it." He also added, "This is the debate for the future of our country." So we reached out to Newsom's team. A campaign spokesperson says this, quote, "Governor Newsom has been challenging DeSantis to debate for months and sent him a formal debate offer last week, November 8th or 10th. DeSantis should put up or shut up. Anything else is just games."
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a potential heavyweight matchup of governors in the form of a debate between Ron DeSantis and Gavin Newsom, which is apparently going to happen because Gavin Newsom has been challenging Ron DeSantis to a debate, as Gavin Newsom has come out here and criticized Florida for their policies.
It's Independence Day, so let's talk about what's going on in America. Freedom, it's under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight, or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom.
Ron DeSantis has criticized California for their policies.
For the entire history of California, nobody had ever, on net, they never lost population. So this was always a place from kind of the mid-1800s until he became governor, where people would want to go to California, right? And since he's been governor, they've lost population. And if you think about it, it's like you gotta understand why someone would move from Minnesota to Florida for better weather, maybe Northeast. Leaving Southern California to come to Florida, as much as I love Florida, it isn't because of the weather, because they got the best weather in the world. Yeah. They have so much stuff to offer there, and the state is hemorrhaging people. San Francisco is a shell of its former self. People are using drugs on the street. They don't prosecute criminals. Public safety has just gone in the gutter. The COVID lockdowns, I think, were so draconian. Now, he would go eat at the French Laundry, but he would lock down other people. And those were really draconian. And I think they had a big impact on keeping kids out of school and really destroying the state. So they used to look to California as the land of opportunity. They now look at it as basically, what does dysfunctional government do? Dysfunctional government can take the state with more natural advantages than any other state in our country, all these great industries, great weather, and it could basically ruin it.
Ron DeSantis just accepted an invitation to debate from Gavin Newsom, in which he agrees to get on the debate stage. I'm assuming it's going to be done with Fox News to have this debate of red versus blue. Florida being the best state in the union, in my opinion, which happens to be a red state, and California being the worst state in the union, or one of the worst states in the union, and it happens to be a blue state. And they're going to have this debate, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to tell you guys why I'm excited about it. I think this is an excellent idea, and I want to see more of this. I think the Republican Party should welcome more of this. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. But first, I want to go ahead and play a clip of Ron DeSantis accepting Gavin Newsom's challenge to debate. Take a look.
Now, Vice President Harris recently turned down the opportunity to debate Governor DeSantis. Gavin Newsom says he's not only open to it, he'll do it. Now we ask Governor DeSantis. We welcome him back to the program. Governor, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. All right. You heard Gavin make the offer. Your answer is?
Absolutely. I'm game. Let's get it done. Just tell me when and where. We'll do it. And here's the thing, Sean. I mean, in one respect, the debate between California and Florida, has already been had, as you suggest. People have been voting on that. They've been voting on it with their feet. They have fled California in record numbers. Florida has been the #1 state for net in-migration. We have the #1 ranked economy, #1 now in education, crime rate at a 50-year low. But in another sense,
This is the debate for the future of our country, because you have people like Joe Biden. They would love to see the Californication of the United States. Biden may not even be the nominee. You could have Gavin Newsom. You could have Kamala Harris. And I think if we go down that direction, that's going to accelerate American decline. We can't see America decline anymore. We need to reverse American decline.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, I love this for so many different reasons. Now, I know there may be some people out here may say, oh, well, this is a waste of time, and that Ron DeSantis is just doing this because his campaign is failing, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to tell you, I honestly really don't give a damn about any of that, okay? I mean, I'm not that interested in the whole Trump versus DeSantis thing, okay, that a lot of people are engaged in, because honestly, I care about the party as a whole. I care about the country as a whole. Right? More so than I care about the back and forth between candidates, because I can't be mad at anybody who supports Trump. I can't be mad at anybody who supports DeSantis. I can't be mad at anybody who supports Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, outside of those three guys, if you support some of these other presidential candidates, these GOP candidates as your number one, yeah, I might have some issues, right? But overall, I'm not mad if any of those three guys win. Now, obviously, Trump is my guy, but if it just so happens that he loses to DeSantis or he loses to Vivek Ramaswamy, I'm not going to be mad. Okay, so I think a lot of people are criticizing DeSantis not because what he's doing is necessarily wrong, but just because they don't like this idea of DeSantis scoring points against Trump, right? Which, again, in my opinion, it's like, I don't understand why people are like that, okay? I mean, at the end of the day, I think people have the right to support who they want to support. And in this case, you have a governor who is the most successful conservative / Republican governor that we've had in a long time, right? In regards to radically transforming his state. Okay, he made that state more red than it's ever been. I mean, he flipped blue counties, right, in blue districts, okay, in droves during his reelection campaign. So it's just like, honestly, conservatives really should be defending the guy, right? We should be upholding this guy as, hey, this is the model for what we want the country to be. I mean, again, he's successfully shown that he can flip blue districts. Now, I mean, keep in mind, he has had a Republican legislator, so we know that, okay, I mean, a lot of the stuff, he can just do whatever he wants down in that state. But regardless, I mean, him doing what he wants, him pushing the conservative agenda has, again, flipped blue districts, okay? So with that being said, that's why I think that this debate is important, right? The debate of Florida versus California, because Democrats are pushing Gavin Newsom. We know that the future of the Democrat Party is Gavin Newsom, okay? I mean, he's going to run after Joe Biden is done. Kamala is the most disliked VP politician in the country. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely not the future, right? I think Gavin Newsom is the future. That's what they want. And this debate can be a prime opportunity for Ron DeSantis and conservatives and Republicans to show, look, if y'all keep voting Democrat, this is what your state, your city is going to look like. It's going to look like California, right? It's going to be crime-ridden. It's going to have high taxes. You're going to have drug use all over the place, right? You're going to have failing schools, porn in kids' faces, right? You're going to have a state that's, again, pushing kids to undergo sex change surgeries and stuff like that. You're going to be living in cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs world. And every single talking point that Gavin Newsom makes, okay, about Florida can easily be countered by Ron DeSantis. Like, for example, if Gavin Newsom gets on stage and starts talking about Florida banning books, all Ron DeSantis got to do is say, we're banning porn for kids. You got a problem with that? Do you support that? Do you support kids being exposed to explicit adult content in school? It's easy. Like, it's extremely easy. Again, crime in Florida, significantly less than what you see going on in California because of the California policies, right? In regards to just allowing theft to be legal, right? You can just steal now, I think, as long as it's less than $900 or something like that, which is, again, a law supported by Ron DeSantis. Yeah, you can, it's totally fine, right? Again, they basically almost damn near legalized prostitution as well, too, right? They've just legalized basically degenerate behavior to be done openly, right? Drug use, all that stuff. Look at the results. People are engaging in a mass exodus from California. The numbers bear it out. And where are they going? They're going to red states like Texas and Florida. I don't understand how Gavin Newsom can get on stage and make a coherent argument against Ron DeSantis that the direction of this country should be what he's done in California versus what is happening down in Florida. And again, that's why this is important, guys. I don't care about if this boosts Ron DeSantis' campaign. I don't care if he's doing this as a stunt. That don't matter to me. What matters to me is the American people being able to see in a neutral form, right, the proper form, that, hey, you don't want what's going on in California, right? When you go out and vote and you vote Democrat, you're voting for your town, for your state, for the country to become a progressive wonderland, right? Like California, which is an absolute disaster, okay? It is a state of chaos, okay? So I'm just saying, you know, if you look at the numbers, whether it be tax rates, whether it be the cost of living, whether it be education, the homeless population, violent crime rates, whatever, Florida can beat California on the numbers, right? On just the facts, okay? And I think that it is going to be very, very, very difficult for Ron DeSantis to lose, okay? I mean, if he loses, if he can't convince the American people or sway some people's opinions in terms of the direction that this country should be headed in, then he shouldn't be running for president, right? But if he can sway people and change people's minds and show that, hey, you don't want to continue to vote Democrat because that's the direction you're headed in, okay, you're going to become a state of chaos, right, by voting for Democrats. We know it happens. All these little cities, they vote overwhelmingly for progressives. They are cities of chaos. If he can make that case, then that's better for the party as a whole. That's better for the conservative movement as a whole, right? And that's what I care about the most. I don't care about, you know, whether or not he benefits and whether or not this helps him against Trump or what. I don't care about that. I just want to win. I want us to take back the House. I want us to take back the Senate. I want us to take back the presidency and to get this country in the right direction. That's what I care about. So again, I actually do, I agree with this. I think this is a great thing. I'm glad that DeSantis is doing it. And I think it is a great debate to be had, right? Florida versus California. What do you want? Which one would you rather have? Okay, and this is a good opportunity for Ron DeSantis to really push back against the smear job that's being done by the mainstream liberal media on Florida when they really should be criticizing California. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.